But up next, woke left-wing vegan students have gone to war with British farmers, all in the name of the climate crisis. Why are universities in Britain forcing students to go vegan? Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, very shortly, there is some breaking news tonight in relation to Prince Harry's US visa, so stay tuned for that. But first, is it wrong for universities to force students to eat plant-based foods? It's time now for the head-to-head. The University of Bristol, as well as Imperial College London, have become the latest British universities to install 100% plant-based menus on campus to, quote, end the climate crisis. During student union meetings yesterday, students at both universities voted to switch to a vegan catering menu, effectively banning all meat, dairy and fish products. So they join the 15 universities across Europe, which include Cambridge, Newcastle and University College London, which, by the way, I think makes us the vegan university capital of Europe. But anyway, they've gone totally vegan. So, celebrating the news, Holly Mayers, a fourth-year student at Imperial College London, said, "We are overjoyed to see our fellow students join show that they take the climate crisis seriously and begin to move towards cheap, nutritious, delicious plant-based menus. Animal farming and fishing are wrecking the planet and the lives of millions across the globe. And now is the time to take a definitive step towards a plant-based future." Well, tonight I'm asking, is it wrong for unis to force veganism upon their students? Let me know your thoughts. Go to gbnews.com/your say. But going head-to-head on this now, our livestock farmer, Gareth Wyn-Jones, and the campaign coordinator at Plant-Based Universities Bristol, Agnes Sales. Both of you, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to this. Gareth, I'll start with you. If you took that statement at face value there, you would be forgiven for thinking that perhaps, Gareth, people like you are costing the lives of millions of people all around the world.
Yeah, well, my family's been farming this land for 375 years. It's full of fantastic wildlife, you know, and we are producing some of the best food on the planet. And we have a temperate climate in this country. We have a lot of rain. We have a lot of stuff called grass, which grows, which the ruminants then eat, and then it regrows. And we have was probably one of the biggest carbon catchments behind me on the Carneddau mountain range. So we're part of the solution, not the problem. And I'm drinking some real plant-based milk here because this has come from grass. It's plant-based, but the ruminants have turned this into lovely, lovely milk.
Oh, all right. Agnes, I'll whiz it on over to you. I mean, look, from some people might be forgiven for thinking, Agnes, that a small group of quite ideological students have voted to force their vegan views onto the wider student population. How would you respond to that?
I was just thinking I should have brought a glass of oat milk. Yeah, so this vote that happened was a democratic vote that happened as part of the student union. Any student could attend. I know at Bristol an email was sent out to the entire student body and anyone could come. And then the 150 people who did come listened to what we had to say and they voted amazingly, like by eye. You can see the videos in support of the motion. So I think it's clear that this is what students want. Young people want cheap, sustainable food, and this is what we're trying to achieve. And also through, years of outreach to students, talking to them on the streets and, on campus, it's really clear that this is the move that students are wanting to make, and the universities are sort of lagging behind the demands of the students.
OK. Well, Gareth, do you buy that then, that this was a democratic vote and that actually this is what the students want? They want veganism on campus now?
Yeah, the majority of the other students are in a pub drinking or eating a kebab, I would say. It's only the ones that, are really believing in their lunacy have turned up into that. I'm not disrespecting you, but I do believe in freedom of choice. freedom of choice for everybody. And I think that's, as a student, you're taking away the freedom of choice to the meat eaters that come into that campus, which is quite a sad situation, in my opinion. As a young person, I think you should look at that. Yeah, we vote for things and we have to go with them, but every person that wants to eat meat or drink milk will not be, welcome into your campus anymore, which is a sad situation in today's society.
Yeah, I mean, Agnes, come back to that. I get that there was some form of democratic vote here, and I'm not knocking that. I think 150 students out of a whole student base is not an overwhelming turnout, is it? But what do you make of the idea that actually you are kind of forcing your views on people here? I mean, what's wrong with, why should someone who wants a burger not be able to get a burger?
I also agree that, choice is really important. And this is not about trying to change the individual diets of any individual, but it's instead about like a systemic transition by our institutions. No motion passing will ever restrict the foods that students can take on campus. They can eat and take in whatever food they want.
You are removing their choice, though, Agnes, to be fair, aren't you? I get what you're saying, but you've said that you believe in people's choice, but you've literally just voted to remove people's choice, haven't you?
Well, at Bristol, our vote has actually campaigned to get the student union to help us lobby against the university and to really increase the amount of affordable plant-based foods. And I think the main priority of students at the moment is affordability. I know at Bristol we have, a few different places where there's £1 soups, £2 like curries, and they're all vegan and the line's out the door. And I think if people really are desperate for a burger or for a sandwich, they can go to the Sainsbury's down the road. But I think the purpose of universities is to be the place that provides that affordable, sustainable and healthy plant-based food to students.
All right, Gareth, the accusation here, I'm going to read the quote out here, right, is that animal farming, which you do, and fishing are, quote, wrecking the planet and the lives of millions across the globe. I mean, how do you respond to that?
Well, it's absolute poppycock. It's rubbish. There is some forms of agriculture and fishing that aren't helping the environment. That's a definite fact. We can't hide away from that. But look, I'm a regenerative farmer. I believe in sustainable food production. I couldn't grow my crops, my fruit on this land without the ruminants. We're high up here on the Carnarvon mountain range. We've got poor soil fertility. I need them cows. I utilise the wool of my sheep to put around my cabbages, my cauliflowers, to keep the weeds down. That feeds the soil to feed my family. I'm a believer. My daughter is in Bristol in university, believe it or not. I travel down there and it's lovely to see the different cultures there. But look, I'm a believer in protecting the planet and going forward. And I don't want to disillusion you, but please, your food is going to be flown from all corners of the earth. You're not going to have an idea what's died for you to be fed. If you want to understand, go onto a farm, start to understand how seasonal, local food's produced. Because I can tell you, if I come into that campus and I'm going to find your avocados and your oat milk that's been flown and shipped from all over the country, you have absolutely contradicted everything you've just said.
All right, guys. Well, look, we could carry this on, and indeed we may well have to at some point in the future as more universities might get on board with it. But can I say thank you very much, both of you. It is great to have you on the show. Livestock farmer Gareth Wyn-Jones there, and the campaign coordinator at Plant-Based Universities Bristol,
Thank you very
Agnes
much.
Sales. Have a great evening, both of you. Thank you.